Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest, it is set for one fall. Introducing first, from Tampa, Florida, weighing 242 pounds, Mr. Wonderful, Paul Orndorff. His opponent from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, 220 pounds, Lee Scott.
Well, fans, Mr. Wonderful signed a contract in the next few days to wrestle Barry Windham. And we asked him about his strategy. Just how will Mr. Wonderful wrestle Barry Windham?
The question's been asked, Barry Windham, how am I going to wrestle you? I'm going to wrestle you straight ahead like a raging bull. When I pick you up, 6'6" of you, 275 pounds, I'm going to show you how devastating the pile driver can be.
And he says emphatically that the pile driver is going to work on Barry Windham, even though Windham is 6'6", 270-some-odd pounds, that the pile driver perfected by Mr. Wonderful will be effective.
Well, if he can get it on a man that size, if he can get it on the member of the Horseman Windham, I'm sure it would be effective, as big as he is. And the way Orndorff, Jimmy, puts that pile driver on differently from anybody else that we've ever seen is he gets up into the air, and when he leaps up into the air to bring the opponent right down, he really powers him hard to the mat. Sure, it would be effective, but the question in my mind remains, can he put it on a man this size and a man as powerful as Barry Windham?
Well, my vote says yes. I think he can do it. It's a matter of getting it on Windham, but I think he's certainly man enough to do it. What a matchup that will be, Mr. Wonderful and Barry Windham, two of the greatest in the sport, going nose to nose. That's when fans get a chance to see it. Don't miss that one, as Lee Scott now being punished by Paul Orndorff for the side headlock. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a big night planned Monday night for our great fans in Marietta, Georgia, the Cobb Civic Center. Begins at 7:30, and Lee Scott now opening up on Paul Orndorff, hammering away, and Lee Scott knows he's got absolutely nothing to lose in this match and everything to gain.
He can turn it all loose. He can go full bore, and that's what it looks like Scott is doing. But Orndorff, I think, is going to rise to the occasion here.
He really nailed him with that clothesline and drops that elbow on him viciously. Orndorff potentially is one of the most volatile individuals in the sport. He's certainly well-versed at any style, whether it be using the rule book or breaking the rules, whatever it may be. And I think that when he does wrestle Barry Windham, you're going to see a very physical, straight-ahead match by both individuals, and I'm speaking specifically of Windham and Orndorff.
Well, Orndorff has got the power to stand toe-to-toe to the man this size and a man as powerful as Windham.
Lee Scott thrown outside by Mr. Wonderful, who has a very short fuse. He has got that very stoic look on his face, and he drops the elbow right off the apron on Lee Scott, and now Mr. Wonderful is showing just how tough and just how vicious he can be when he chooses to do so.
Well, Orndorff, when you talk about that look on his face, Jim, that stoic look, he's all business in the ring. He's got a plan when he enters the ring. He knows what the opponent is capable of doing, and Orndorff will stick right to that plan. He never varies from it. No matter what happens, he's going to go by the game plan, and it pays off for him in all of his matches.
Reverse chinlock applied by Orndorff. Fans still to come. Flying Brian and Z-Man, we've got two big hours here in the program. The SST are here, the Steiner brothers here. Ric Flair and Arn Anderson in tag team action. A newcomer called the Pearl is scheduled to be with us. We don't know anything about him. And we'll be seeing him in action hopefully in our second hour. Nice power slam by Orndorff.
He may be trying to set him up now for the pile driver. And again, let me remind all of you fans in Battle Creek, Michigan, that NWA Wrestling will be at the Kellogg Center Sunday, August 12th in Battle Creek, and Toledo at the Seagate Center, and Canton, Ohio at the Civic Center, all on Sunday, August 12th. And the 19th, Jim, we're going to be back in the Omni in Atlanta.
It's going to be a great one. Those tickets, I understand, are going very rapidly, so if you plan on being with us in the Omni, we encourage you to get your tickets early for that big event, as Paul Orndorff, Mr. Wonderful, with that front face lock, and he's got it really firmly applied to Lee Scott and wrenching it. He's working on the neck. That's the object of a lot of his attack, to work on the neck, set people up for the pile driver. Big knee lift there. Boy, he's in great shape, as Orndorff.
Boy, I tell you, he had that front face, and while Scott was driving those right hands to the midsection, man, he came with that knee lift, Jim, and that again shows you the power Orndorff, well-muscled individual. He's got a lot of power in those legs as well as in those arms and shoulders.
A veteran here in World Championship Wrestling, an individual that has certainly not been without controversy in his career, but another thing he hasn't been without is success. He has been a very successful athlete everywhere he has wrestled. And now, here comes a double arm suplex. Nicely done on Lee Scott. Again, working on that neck, snapped it off there. Nice drop kick, running drop kick by Mr. Wonderful. And as you said, Bob, Lee Scott may be needing to say,
That's right. Orndorff makes the motion. He says, I'm ready, and here it comes, Jim.
He says he's going to do this to Barry Windham. He says he can. Boom! Oh, what a pile driver. Nobody does it quite like Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff. Barry Windham, best beware of that move.
Here's your winner, Mr. Wonderful, Paul Orndorff.
All right, fans, watch it again, and you can see now, well, we talked about that little move that Orndorff has on the pile driver as he jumps high to the air to drive the opponent's head hard to the mat. There you have the winner again, Paul Orndorff, Mr. Wonderful.
It's just heating up here, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go away. 2 big hours tonight on World Championship Wrestling, and we'll be back with more on TBS.